Hi, Sarah Banas here. Simply Sarah Made Easy. I've got something really neat to show you today. Today we're going to make a banner. So we're going to make a banner with our Cricut. Um, I'm going to be using a Cricut maker. You can do this with any one of the Cricuts. We're just going to be cutting 65-pound cardstock. Couple of things before we get started. If this video is of interest to you or helpful, like the video. That helps me out a lot, but also subscribe to my channel. When you're subscribed, you'll get a notification when the new videos come out, probably once or twice a week. Just lots of ways not only to use your machines and your materials, but also learning how to design for yourself. So we're in the middle of a design series. There's a bunch of them coming up you're not going to want to miss out on. So subscribe and you'll get those notifications when the videos come out. One other thing real quick, join us on Facebook. So we have a ton of craft groups on Facebook. One of our largest is Cricut for Beginners. It's about 775,000 members. Super friendly, super helpful. You'll fit right in. I'm going to link that below the video. If you're on mobile, click the down arrow. If you're on desktop, click more. That'll expand the information underneath the video, and I'll link the group in there. I'm also going to link the designs that we use. These all came from Design Space. They're all super pretty. So I'll give the item numbers for each of those in the video description as well. Okay, so I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's get rid of this. So this is what I started with, okay? So I started with this, 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 and this. Okay, this is a duplicate of the first one, just reversed. So those four are what I started with. I am going to get rid of four of these just because I want to keep this one for the color. I want to keep that on my color palette. But these are the four that we started with. So what I did is I went ahead and I took this one and I duplicated it. But then what I did so that it's not just the same exact thing is I reversed it. So see how that gives it a nice little finishing end that's just a little bit different. So we have these five, okay? And then what I did to get this background layer is I duplicated this. Oh, you know what? So when I was in the process of making that, of showing just that first image, um, I flattened all of these. So when you flatten them, it turns, see how it says print then cut? It turns it into a print then cut layer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these, and then I'm going to go up to my operation, and I'm going to change that back to cut, okay? So now those are all cut. That's what the machine is going to be told to do, is cut them. Not that it's a print then cut, but that it's just a cut, okay? So now I'm going to take one of these, and I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to duplicate it, okay? And now I'm going to go to contour down here, and I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click hide all contours, okay? And that's going to give me a solid shape of what that is. And now I'm going to change it to that yellow just to make it easier to work with. And I'm going to get rid of this one because these are all the right size. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select all of these, and I'm going to align, and I'm going to center, okay? And oops, and now I'm going to take all of these, and I'm going to make it a little bit larger just to make it easier to work with. And I'm going to take this one and I'm going to send that to the back. And nope, I take that back. I'm not going to send that to back. I'm going to send that back one layer. So I'm not going to send it all the way to the back. I'm just going to send it back one layer so that I have just that one black on top of it. That'll make it easier to work with. And now I'm going to take a shape and I'm going to get a circle. And I'm going to make this pretty small, about that size. I'm going to turn it white to make it a little bit easier to see. And I'm going to see if that's right. Yep, that looks like that is just about what I want it to be. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to duplicate it right here. Little plus mark. Okay. And I'm going to take that and put that right around over here. right about right there. And now I only want to select those two circles. So you can see the two circles right here on my layers panel to the right. So with the one selected, I'm going to click Shift and I'm going to select the other one. And now I'm going to go to Align again up here on top. And I'm going to center vertically. And I'm going to go down here to Combine. And I'm going to go, so right now you can see that it's two layers. When I click Weld, that'll make this just, this is this now. This is a single layer. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything again, including those two circles. I'm going to go to Align and I'm going to center it. Okay. Now I'm going to click off of everything. I'm going to click on one of the circles and I'm going to click on select. I'm sorry. So I click on the circle. I'm going to click Shift and then I'm going to click just on that black. So I only have just these two layers selected. If you tried to select more layers, Slice would not be there. What we're doing is we're putting in the holes for it to run our twine through on our banner. Okay. So now I'm going to click on Slice right here. Okay, and now I'm going to move that layer out of the way. And now I'm again going to click on that. And I'm going to click. So again, I clicked on the circles only. And then I clicked Shift. And then I clicked on that next layer, Slice. Okay, and then that. Slice, don't worry about that. And then that. And Shift, select, Slice, almost done. Two more, that, Shift, select, Slice, and then just one more. So that, Shift, select, Slice. Okay, so now that is all of our layers. Now we can get rid of this, okay? And then what we need to do is we need to take that yellow layer and we need to duplicate that. So we need 4 more of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to select all right here on top. Select all, align, center. And now I'm going to downsize this just for a second so that I can, okay. So I'm going to be cutting this on a Venture so I can use my whole mat. I think the mat on the Venture, I am thinking that it's 24 by 28, but I'm not 100. I should have measured it before I started the video and I didn't. But I'm gonna go square. I'm gonna go 24 by 24, just to simplify it so that I don't have to go measure and come back. So I'm gonna get a shape and I'm gonna make it a square. And I'm going to make that square workable size. I'm going to get rid of that grid. Make that workable size. Make it an easier color to work with. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these. I guess it doesn't matter if it's aligned at this point. I'm going to take these and here, let me just see real quick. I want this, right click that, and I'm going to send that to the back. Okay, and then I'm going to want these to be, let's see. So this will be just about like that. So I need this box to be big enough so that I can fit both of those on there. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to turn this around. All I'm doing, that white box, that is just a template. That's not something we're going to be cutting. I'll get rid of that before we go to cut. That's just a template, just so that we can see what we have to work with. I'm actually, oh darn it. I'm going to select these two, just those two, and I'm going to align those on top. And then, oops, I hate when I grab the wrong one. Okay. And then this one and this. And I'm going to align those on that side. Okay, and then just the one more yellow. So we're essentially what we're doing is we're just trying to fit them all on here. Okay, and then let me see if I can grab this. Oops, that's what I want to do. Okay, I want to grab this, and I want to move that up so that all of these are inside of that template square. But what I want to do is I want to move that, so you don't want what you're cutting right up against the edge, because you don't want to accidentally miss some of it if you don't put it on your mat correctly. But I do want this to be so that it's taking up almost the whole square. So 2.971. Okay. So I want to make sure I didn't accidentally resize these at all, because if you're going to resize these, you have to resize them at the same time as these so that they don't end up off. So let's just make sure. Bring to front. Yep, we're still good on that. Still good. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to take, give me just 1 second, because I'm going to take these, and I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to duplicate this because I need to do it all so that it's all. I'm going to take all of these, and I'm going to attach this just for a second. Doesn't matter for right now. And I'm going to send this to the back, and then I'm going to do the same thing with these. Okay, I'm going to make these so that I can cut them all on that single sheet. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, let's see, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to attach that, and I'm going to, oops, okay, I can get rid of this, I don't know where that came from, and I'm going to select all, I'm going to align, center, and now I'm going to take this, so this is our templates with our two sets of patterns on it. And I'm going to increase the total size. I'm going to make sure that lockbox is clicked. And I'm going to increase the total size to 23 on any one side, okay? So that's now going to give us, so that template is now maxed out to the 23 by 23 that I'm assuming the cardstock is. It's actually a little bit larger than that. But and then this is what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to detach this, and I'm going to get rid of that, okay, and then I'm going to take that back one and I'm going to detach that, and I'm going to get rid of that, okay, and oops, that didn't work. Okay, I'm going to take that, okay, and I'm going to detach that. Okay, so now we have, now I'm going to change the color of these. I'm going to select just those ones, just the black ones. I don't know why that one looks a little bit strange. Let me see if I can bring that one, bring to front. Let me just take a look at that single one. real quick. I'm not sure why that has kind of an odd. Here, let's try zooming out just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to take these all over here. That'll make it a little bit easier. Oh, you know what? Darn. I take that back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these. Okay, I'm going to go over to my layers panel and I'm going to select all of these. And I'm now going to weld those together. Okay, so, and then I'm going to change the color of that. I'm going to change the color of that weld result to black so that that cuts on one mat. And then I'm going to select all of these and I'm going to weld those together. Okay, and now that can stay white because that's going to, just as long as you have two separate colors. So now this is what we have to cut. Okay, we have one mat, two mats. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send it to the machine. I'm going to click make it. It's already set to cut on my Venture. I don't know if you saw that or not. It's already set right here to cut on my Venture. So I'm going to click make it. We're on mat. Confirm. I'm going to move this up to the top. Right about right there. And I'm going to click continue. Give it just 1 second. So I already know that this material cuts really well on cardstock. Cardstock Intricate Cut is one of my favorite settings. Oops. Just try doing Intricate Cut. Cardstock Intricate Cuts is one of my favorite settings, and I was so happy to find out that these large, the large Cricut cardstock for the Venture cut perfectly on this, and with that, and then you add pressure. So cardstock Intricate Cut with more pressure cuts perfectly on this cardstock, and this cardstock is really, really nice. It's got like a nice, like almost like a texture to it. It's just a really nice material. So, and I'll link that in the video description also. So, okay, so we're all set now. So now the Venture is ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the cardstock loaded up on the mat and we're going to go over to the Venture and we'll get these cut. Okay, so now we are at the Venture. You can see that it is ready to go. This is up. Okay, so that's up. These are out, these two. You can see that I have on the additional supports for the heavier mat. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this in. Okay, I'm going to load it right behind here. Super, super easy. Just load it in there and then put that down. Okay, and now just 1 second here. Okay, and now I'm going to press that. Going to take the mat all the way down so that it can read it. And now you can see that's flashing, the arrow. I'm going to click that. In this machine, if you're not familiar already, it's so incredibly fast. So this will cut in no time. And then once this is cut, we'll take this mat out. It's going to ask me to put the next mat in. So we'll load the black cardstock onto the mat. We'll take these off. Load the black cardstock onto the mat. I'll load the other one in. I'm gonna load this so that you can see it. So flip this right up Super duper easy. Pull it out of the top or the bottom. You can see this is a perfect cut. Perfect cut. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take these off of this mat. I'm going to load the black on. And I'll let you see the first part of the, I won't make you sit for the whole black cut, but I want you to see the first part of the black cut so you can see how clean it cuts those intricate cuts. Okay, so you can see I have the next mat loaded in. I have the handle down. This is flashing. I'm going to click that. It's going to do the same thing where it pulls the mat down in. Okay, now this is going to flash. We're going to click that. And now, like I said, I'm just going to let you see it cut the first one so you can see how clean it cuts, even with these intricate cuts. That's the beauty, though, of that intricate cut setting. And that's why I'm so glad that it works correctly on this specific material. And then, well, you know what? So I'm not going to actually let you sit through this whole thing because it's going to do different parts at the same time. But we'll go over to the mat. I'll let this cut off camera. We'll go over to the mat right now. Or I'm sorry, over to where we're working right now. And I'll show you how to peel these off without curling the cardstock. And then we'll put it together. So what I want to talk about is anybody has not followed my other videos on cardstock projects, I want to talk real quick about removing cardstock from a mat. You never peel it. If you peel it, it'll end up curled. Okay, so tip your mat down. See how I'm tipping the mat, not pulling up on that, just to get that corner. And then lift. Slowly lift. Okay, and with a project like this, you got to make sure you're not ripping any of your pieces or bending any of your pieces. So slowly lift, coming it from all angles so that you're carefully pulling it up off of the mat, not tearing your paper. Again, coming in from all angles, and there you go. So that is how you pull, that is how you remove your cardstock from your mat. So I'm going to take you off camera. I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to take the rest of these off of here, and then we're going to assemble it. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and I'm going to do this one. I'm just going to do one on camera. The rest I'll do off camera so you don't have to watch all of them. But I do want to show you first off the glue that I use. So this is the glue that I use, okay? This is what I use exclusively. This has a really nice tip to it. It comes with a nice little cleaning kit. I'm going to link this in the video description. This is the best craft glue out there. You'll love it. So let's go ahead and get started. If you want to get right up into the corners, it's important that you get those corners real well. You do have some work time with this, so that's nice. And the other nice thing with it is that it's not going to crinkle up your cardstock, which is nice. It's just really good craft glue. And you can see that precision tip on it. I don't know if you saw that or not. It's just a really nice tip on it, and that comes with that, so that's nice. And you can see how nice it comes out. So it just makes working with it really, really easy. And the other thing that's nice about it is that it dries super, super clear. And you do have enough work time. It doesn't stay wet for too long that it is unworkable. You know, for projects like this, it's like the perfect amount of work time. All of it? Yep, I think that's all of it. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this on. I'm going to do this from the back. That'll make it a little bit easier than trying to pop that on the front. And just about perfect. Oops, oh, a little bit off. Let's go ahead and take that off real quick. Real quick while we still can. Yeah. There we go. That's good. It is good. Okay, and then from the back, I'm just putting it down real nice. Oops, that's a little bit off, but that's okay. I'll just trim that off afterwards. That's very, very pretty. Very, very nice. Okay, so I'm going to take this off camera. I'll get the other ones all done, and then we'll get it hung up, and I'll show you what it looks like hung up. Okay, so you can see they're all cut. They're all glued together. Really good. I'm telling you, that glue, it's the way to go. I will link that in the video description. You're going to love it. So they're all ready to go. I trimmed the sides a little bit, the little bit of overlap that I got there. They look great. So this is the twine we're going to use. I'll link this in the video description also. I get this at Michael's. Here, let me take the plastic off and show you. Super, super pretty. It's got like, almost like a silver, like, right in it. It's hard to see here. You can't really see it, but it's like shiny. Really nice. So this is what we're going to use to put this on. You can, some people, I'll show you when I get there. Some people use, they use like, you can put beads on to hold each of the flags, each of your individual flags in place. I'm not going to do that with this one, but I just want to show you how to string them through. So we know that this is one end and this is the other end. So, and these three can go in any order. I think I'm going to put that candle in the middle. So the way that you string this through is you go in this side, okay, and then out of this side so that it ends up behind it. See how that is? It's kind of hard, it's so big to see. But so, and then string that all the way through to the other side. Just go ahead and I'll put one more on, but then I won't make you sit here and watch me string them all. And then again, in, and then up through. And then when I'm done, I will knot these ends because that does start to undo a little bit. So I will knot these ends so that that doesn't happen. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to string the rest of these up. I'm going to get them all strung, and then I will get it hung, and I will show you a picture of it hung. But I mean, that's about it. So these are super fun. Love my venture. I'll link everything in the video description. Like I said, if the video was helpful or you enjoyed it, like the video. That helps me out a lot. But also subscribe to my channel. When you're subscribed to the channel, you'll get notification when the new videos come out. So many good ones that you're not going to want to miss out on coming up real quick here, actually. But also join us on Facebook. I'm going to link the group in the video description. You're going to love it. It's one of the largest Cricut groups. Actually, maybe the largest Cricut group on Facebook. Like I said, I mean, we're like 750,000 members at this point. But just super friendly, super helpful, super knowledgeable. You'll fit right in. So definitely join us there. And I mean, that's it. I hope you have a great day. Bye.